Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to spend a few minutes describing the history of the Royal Air Force at RAF Hinaidi in Iraq during the 1930s. Any tribesman in northern Iraq during the 1930s who looked up at the sound of aero engines might have spotted this Handley Page HP42 Horsa making its way across the sky, keeping the British Empire and its colonies connected. Or he might have seen this trimotor from the fledgling Air France airline ferrying mail and passengers to the Middle East. The boatmen of Baghdad might have sailed their dhows past Supermarine Southampton Flying Boats of 208 Squadron, seen here resting like migratory birds on the Tigris on their way to Singapore. Aviation was barely a few decades old, but its impact and reach were expanding rapidly. The 1920 proposed British Mandate of Mesopotamia was superseded by the Anglo-Iraqi Treaty of 1922 after rioting broke out in 1920. The treaty allowed the British to exercise control over military affairs in the region while maintaining self-governance by the Iraqi people. Royal Air Force Station Hinaidi was established as the main airfield in the Kingdom of Iraq when the RAF took command of it in 1922. Up to that point it had been under the command of the British Army since World War I. The airfield was located on the outskirts of Baghdad, about 6 miles from the city to the east of the Tigris River. RAF Hinaidi contained air headquarters, squadron hangars, communication facilities, maintenance units, RAF Armoured Car Company lines, barracks and recreational facilities, a large hospital and a civil cantonment. However, by the 1930s its days were numbered. Under the terms of the Anglo-Iraqi Treaty of 1930, the British were obliged to move out of Hinaidi to a new base at RAF Dibn. RAF Hinaidi therefore remained in use until 1938 when operations were transferred to RAF Dibn, later renamed RAF Hibania. Ironically, in 1941 during the Second World War, RAF Wellingtons operating out of RAF Hibania bombed Hinaidi in retaliation against attacks on the British by the pro-German Iraqi forces. The site of the original aerodrome is now a major airfield in use by the Iraqi Air Force and renamed the Al Rashid Air Base. During the 1930s, the RAF's 55 Bomber Squadron were based at Hinaidi. They were originally equipped with Westland Wapitis, a 2-seat general-purpose aircraft designed in the 1920s. Later these were replaced with Vickers Vincents, a variant of the Wildebeest modified for use as a light bomber and ground attack aircraft powered by a Bristol Pegasus engine. The Vincents carried a crew of up to 3, pilot, observer and gunner. Another aircraft in operation during this period was the Vickers Valentia, a bomber transport aircraft first introduced to 70 Squadron at Hinaidi in 1934. Flights from the airbase at this time included long-distance training, aerial reconnaissance, bombing practice, equipment tests, formation flying and the delivery of supplies. Some of the flights logged mention the names of places that were to become familiar to many of us 60 or 70 years later during the Iraq wars of the 1990s and 2000s, and later due to the activities of ISIL. Places like Fallujah, seen here looking south across the Euphrates to the General Hospital on the southern side of the bridge, Kirkuk, Ramadi, Mosul, and of course Baghdad. In the now derelict RAF cemetery in Hinaidi, the Peace Cemetery, are the graves of many British service personnel who served in Iraq from World War I to the 1930s. The register of those buried therein is preserved by the RAF Hibania Association. To view more photographs like the ones seen in this video, please visit 55bomber.com. Thanks for watching, but don't go yet as I have an important request. Please consider doing one or more of the following. If you'd like me to create a video for you to promote your products or services, go to redspan.com and use the contact form or just leave a comment below. Do the same if the sound of my voice is a fit for your voiceover needs. If you'd like to sponsor more videos like this, go to patreon.com/Redspan. Your donation, however small, will help me to improve both the quality and the quantity of my videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with others. If you have any opinions, questions or feedback, please post a comment. Finally, subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified of new similar videos. Thank you for your kind attention.